Hey, what's up, guys? This is our channel. We're talking about past life memories, and the people that are part of this are Payne Bennett, Joe DeBlasi, and Kevin Garcia. So, there's a little quote we got is that young children sometimes report details of a previous life, which upon checking turn out to be accurate and which they could not have known about in any other way other than reincarnation. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is thermodynamics. Obviously, it's the conservation of energy. We're going to be mostly focusing on the second law of thermodynamics. And the principles of thermodynamics show that large collections of particles always move towards more disorganized arrangements. Thermodynamics is a branch of physics. It encompasses the laws governing the conservation and transfers of energy. In the context of past life memories, the first law of thermodynamics, also known as the law of conservation of energy, becomes particularly relevant. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change forms. Applying this principle to human consciousness, it is possible to speculate that the energy that comprises our memories is not lost upon death, but rather transformed into a different state. The principles of thermodynamics show that large collections of particles always move towards disorganized arrangements. So the next topic we're going to be talking about is the arrow of time. The law of physics state that law of physics have no preference for a direction of time. They would have a symmetry of time. Time flows forward, and time cannot remember the future but can remember the past. Fundamental laws of physics have no preference for a direction in time and work just as well for events going forward or going backward in time. Might memory possess be essentially thermodynamic even if the fundamental laws are deterministic and time reversible? While a universe with deterministic, time reversible laws would admit the possibility of memories of the future, thermodynamic processes in it are, with high probability, strongly time asymmetric. So, in spite of the objections to the notion mentioned above, if memory processes are somehow entangled with thermodynamic processes, might we have to use that asymmetry in some subtle way to sustain the asymmetry of memory? Entropy. Lower entropy pass to a higher entropy future. Memories naturally tend to fade and become less precise over time due to the second law of thermodynamics, which is why not everyone can remember past life memories. Children who develop faster seem to be more likely to have past life memories so others could forget their memories before their language skills are developed. However, memories don't have to generate heat, past to future. More organized room has less entropy than messy room. Warm liquid will come down to room temp. Only the exact arrangement of particles resulting from a low entropy initial state can evolve backward in time to reach a state with such a high degree of order. Even minor rearrangements of that system, no matter how similar, will evolve backward toward higher entropy instead. In other words, for any initial condition, the rotor will be able to determine or remember only one future. That does not violate the thermodynamic arrow of time. Role of reincarnation. Explanation of the concept of reincarnation. Suggestion that belief in reincarnation could be linked to the persistence of memory-related energy. Possibility that information from one life is transferred to the next through energy transformations. Reincarnation is a belief of systems that persist the transmigration of soul from one body to another, with each successive life influenced by experiences and lessons of previous incarnations. If past life memories are indeed a result of thermodynamics, it may provide a scientific basis for understanding how information from one life is transferred to the next. The energy associated with the memories of past life, rather than being lost, could be transformed and transferred to a new body, carrying with it the information and experiences that shapes a person's identity. Now here, reincarnation itself. Memories most common are from ages 2 to 5. They stop having memories from 2 to 5 to 7, and they usually involve the life with a sudden death or a traumatic event. A quarter died before the age of 15 in previous life. 20% make statements concerning an interval between the two lives. Intermission memories and the interval between death and rebirth showed a median of 16 months. 75% describes the mode of death. 35%, however, shows the phobias related to an unnatural mode of death. So now you guys may ask, how is reincarnation even real? How do we have proof? Well, there's a lot of evidence that reincarnation is real. There's empirical evidence, birth defects, birthmarks, detailed case descriptions, reenactments of events from past life, even emotions based on previous life. I mean, have you ever got, all the birthmarks you have? Those could have came from your past lives. They would be the matching scars that your past life memory had. They've also been used to solve police cases and unsolved cases. So like birthmarks are pretty important if you want to solve cases. Statically significant exact person from past life can be identified. They also reenact the way that they die. So like you could die in a car crash, they reenact that, or they could see how you died. And then trauma or phobias connected the events from how they claim they died. So like if you died due to a car crash, you could be scared of cars or even snakes. That person can create a phobia of snakes and have that trauma with them even afterwards. Here we're going to be talking about energy transfer. Proposal that energy associated with our memories might transform after death. Speculation about the transfer of memory related to energy to a different form or state. Theoretically, our conscious and bodily functions are energy. One intriguing aspect of thermodynamics is the concept of energy transfer. Energy can move from one system to another, and it can transform from one type to another. It is not unreasonable to propose that after death, the energy that might make up our memory might undergo a transformation, much like how heat energy can be converted into mechanical work or vice versa. This transformation could result in the energy associated with our memories being transferred to a different form or state. In the context of past life memories, this transfer could potentially allow the information encoded in these memories to persist and reemerge in a new life. Here we have Shannon's theory. In information theory, encoding, storage, and retrieval are essential concepts very similar to Shannon's theory and the ideas of efficient coding and redundancy. Now, you're going to ask, what's efficient coding? Well, efficient coding of memories could be how their storage is optimized and redundant as a form of error checking or recall. Shannon's analysis of entropy as an uncertainty or as a surprise in data set could be related to forgetting a memory. Therefore, if entropy can be related to a memory, then those memories can be transferred. Which, again, tie back to reincarnation or also tie back to energy transfer, because if these memories can be transferred, then that's how people remember how they died in the past or how their past lives might have died. Again, all time back to past life memories. So it's pretty cool how Shannon's theory relates to all this and how we can tie it all together with reincarnation and energy transfer. Energy is a carrier of information. Here we're going to explain the relationship between energy and information, discussion of how thoughts and experience generate neural activity and energy, and proposal that our memories are encoded as a pattern of energy in our brains. If past life memories are indeed a result of thermodynamics, it may provide a scientific basis for understanding how information from one life is transferred to the next. The energy associated with the memories of past life, rather than being lost, could be transformed and transferred to a new body, carrying with it in the information and experiences that shape a person's identity. And once again, this all ties back to reincarnation, because if people remember how they were in the past, and if those memories are transferred by energy to their present body, like we just said, it shapes a person's identity and makes them, well, a new person. And here we have consciousness. Consciousness may not be physical. Again, planarian worms can retain memories without their heads. If you cut their head off, they're going to still have memories. And it's pretty cool if you ask me. Well, Max Planck, who's a father of quantum theory, said that he viewed consciousness as a fundamental and that matter was derived from it. So in that case, it would mean that consciousness would not necessarily be dependent on a physical brain in order to survive, and could continue to survive after the physical brain and after the body dies. Again, planarian worms can retain memories without their head. Even more amazingly, unlike geckos, which can regenerate their tails, but would die if you chop their heads off, if you chop a planarian's head off, or even 90% of its body, the tip of its tail can regrow a new head and body. And if you ask me, that's pretty cool. Because imagine getting your head chopped off and you regrow it. Lastly, here's our references of where we got all this information from. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, please subscribe, and obviously please like the video. And I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.